Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. I have a great guy in studio with me right now. It's John-Buynack. He's the VP and Manager of Operations from Proven Business Systems. Hi, John. Welcome.
Good morning, Liz.
Now, I would think that printers and copy machines were not as big a business as you have been telling me as we've talked off camera here, that it's really surging for you. Tell me about it.
Well, it is. You know, the traditional mode of copying, taking a paper document and producing another paper document, those days are pretty much gone in almost every business. However, the printing of documents and the routing of documents and the communication of documents, transferring them back and forth, is as popular as ever, and the document will never go away.
Well, it's as popular as ever, and everything has come up to the next level. Your copier is no longer just, as you said, one piece of paper. Now it prints, it copies, it scans, it makes PDF files, it flips, it does jumping jacks, it does everything. And as a small business owner, how does someone from your company help me make my business run better?
Well, first off, what we do is like to do an assessment of your document flow, and we'll actually watch a piece of paper come into your business. So if you're a sales organization and you receive a sales order via fax, or it came in on an email, or a hard copy that a salesperson actually presented to someone, we help companies put in document management solutions to route those through their business. The emailed documents can automatically be routed into their ERP system via our middleware. It's a software product. And these are stamped and approved all the way along in the process.
All paperless. This was where I was going to bring.
Completely paperless. You know, again, the two trends are to produce less paper, and then there's those people with the big ideal to go paperless. And the paperless world, it's possible, although most companies are still producing some document output.
Well, I think we all feel better with a little bit of paper sometimes. I have paper today. It's my security blanket. But I think as a company, we're trying to get paperless, but we feel like we have to file it a little bit and give the customer something. But it's nice with the system, your paperless system, because I can approve it all electronically. So for the internal company, I might be able to get there.
Correct, and you can even send something back to them. Again, if someone signs off on a proof of delivery, for example, you can actually take those documents, scan them back in, and destroy the document now, and it would automatically send an email to the client in this case. So they are still getting the verification, even though it's not in paper form.
Right, and they can print it off on one of your printers in their office.
Of course they can.
I think that printers have really changed as well. And again, as a small business owner, we often are lured into buying something that is not probably right for us and paying a fortune in toners. Tell me a little bit about a better solution.
Well, I like to call that wake up to the true cost of printing, because a smaller business device for me, which is considered a segment 1 copier, little all-in-one type device, copy, print, fax, and scan. A typical device like that for me is going to be over $1,000, sometimes approaching a couple thousand. And you could run over to Office Max or Best Buy or any one of these big box stores and pick up a printer for as little as $200. However, the ink that could go into there could be $80 for a little cartridge. If it's a 4-color machine, you're into $320 just to refill it with gas. My commercial grade products typically have a significantly lower operating cost. Even though that upfront cost is greater, in the long run, a business is much better off with a more productive, lower cost of operation device.
Now, John, you're locally owned and operated, so you've got real people for me to talk to.
We are. I am a Naperville resident and proud of it. I've lived here for 11 years. My partner and our founder and president founded the company in Tinley Park. We've opened offices in Downers Grove, Kankakee, down in the Loop. Joliet opens this month, and shortly we hope to go to the north side up to Glenview or Northbrook, which we have a large customer base up that way.
What do you think the advantage of being locally owned?
The locally owned dealership, they've been around for many years, and the truth is big conglomerates have come in and gobbled up many of them. In fact, my partner had sold out his first copier business here in Chicago, and after his kids graduated from college and he was in semi-retirement, decided to open up again. And the advantage that we bring is with that local ownership, we have a local warehouse with the parts and supplies, so we're not blaming anything on a corporate environment. We're waiting for a shipment to come in from Dallas or New Jersey. We do warehouse and house those products on premises. Additionally, the longevity of employee in our local dealership is considerably longer than from the manufacturers direct. And in a relationship for a business, when they entrust their business with a salesperson, typically with the big manufacturers, those people are not to be found at the end of a lease, and it can cause big problems.
Well, and you service any size company, from a small player like me really up to a big one. So it's nice to be able to, for a small guy like me, to get to the local guy with my problem.
Yeah, again, when you say small to big, it's every business needs copiers and printers. Yeah. And, you know, it's funny, I belong to a lot of lead generation clubs, and everyone talks about their ideal target. And the truth is, we service everybody. We have some accounts that have 1,000 machines from us, but the vast majority of our customers have 1 or 2 copiers from proven business systems.
Well, and I think it's neat that with your copy, not only do you sell me a copier and a printer, but this software that helps me take that internal communication paperless, and then ultimately it can go up to the cloud as well.
It can. With our document management solutions, we're typically putting in a software product that's really described as a middleware that will talk to their ERP system or their enterprise software. And we can capture that on inbound faxes, we can capture inbound emails, or we can scan in paper documents. The beauty of this is it's an automated process now, and it's impossible for something to fall through the cracks. And it gives you that long-term repository to house all your documents in, instead of the traditional filing cabinets occupying space in your office.
Well, I think we're all a little bit better at keeping our mailboxes and our file systems on our computer a little bit more organized than our true paper file system.
I'm not the best example of that in my inbox, but generally speaking, yes. And it's pretty easy to retrieve an electronic document as long as it's indexed properly, which means there's some information about who it's from or what it's regarding.
That's right. John, I can tell you love what you do. What's the best part of your job?
Well, probably that there's no 2 days that are the same. You know, in my business, we are out in the field a lot, so we're visiting clients' offices. And again, we're in the big universities and the hospitals and the school districts, but we're also in the locally owned businesses, trying to help, you know, the small businessman, which is much what we are. So it's exciting every day.
I can tell you love what you do. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And we're going to be right back with more Business Connection.